Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
3 people are hurt at Detroit's GM Detroit Hamtramck facility. I'll show you what went wrong.
Now that our holiday is in the rearview mirror, we need any drop of rain we can get. Is this going to help us out? We'll check it out coming up.
Okay, Ben, but first, new charges in the Flint airport attack, and this latest development could be a game changer. Thanks for being with us for the news at 5. A new indictment this morning against Amar Fatoui is one that could send him to prison for the rest of his life.
49-year-old from Quebec is charged in the attack of an officer at Flint's Bishop International Airport June 21st. Jason Colthorpe was in the courtroom for today's hearing. Jason?
Amar Fatoui was quickly taken out of the Flint federal courthouse today by U.S. Marshals after his very brief court appearance. But it was what he said as he entered the courtroom today. Fatoui recited the phrase Allahu Akbar 3 times as he entered federal court in Flint Wednesday. It's also what he said when he allegedly stabbed Lieutenant Jeff Neville in the neck. The phrase literally translates to God is greater. After that, Fatoui only responded briefly to the judge when she read the charges against him. In addition to the charge of committing an act of violence in an airport, a 20-year felony, Fatoui was charged with interfering with airport security, which carries a life sentence. He stood mute, and the judge entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. Shortly after, U.S. Marshals took Fatoui back to jail. Lieutenant Jeff Neville, meantime, appeared publicly for the first time yesterday in the Fenton 4th of July parade. He told Local 4's Nick Monticelli he knew this was a terrorist attack immediately.
When I realized I was getting hit and I spun, and I heard the language and the fury, I knew it was a terror attack.
Neville wasn't in court today. However, he is recovering remarkably well, as you can see there. If you haven't gotten a chance to see those stories we did with him yesterday, you should go to Click on Detroit and check those out. He's just so good to see him doing very well as we follow that as well as this case.
It sure is, Jason. But back to the suspect. Are the charges set, or is that still in play?
Well, kind of like today. Today we were expecting a preliminary hearing. We got the new charge. So there is a chance there could be another charge down the road. But his next court appearance hasn't been announced at least yet. It may be set. But when that comes, we are expecting a preliminary hearing if there's no new charges. And in that case, we should learn a lot more about what happened and this entire situation, Devin.
Yeah. All right, Jason.
Former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick is trying to get his prison sentence overturned.
Last week, he filed a motion to overturn his convictions and set aside his prison sentence. He claims the court made several errors in his conviction, including providing the jury with incorrect instructions. He also claims he cannot pay back the city of Detroit because he says he has all of 96 cents in his bank account. He is currently serving a 28-year prison sentence after being found guilty on 24 counts, including racketeering. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll take a look at what makes this new appeal different from Kilpatrick's past appeal attempts.
3 workers injured today after what General Motors is calling an incident with a pressure valve. It happened at the Detroit Hamtramck assembly plant, and that's one of the biggest assembly plants in the area. Let's get to Sean Lay live there tonight. Sean, the size of the plant affected the EMS response to this accident.
It sure did, and Kimberly, let me show you the reason why. Everyone who has been by this plant knows the sheer size of it. The only plant in the area that borders is in Detroit and then spills over into Hamtramck on the other side there. 4.1 million square feet, but Detroit Fire tell us they train within this exact building for this exact type of situation. The GM Detroit Hamtramck facility is enormous. Detroit firefighters driving around the plant to find the right gate, where just after 10 this morning, there is a report of an explosion. From Sky 4, you can see the response. GM telling us tonight that 3 employees were injured when there was an issue with a pressure pump used to paint the cars that are made here. Detroit Fire says 2 men and 1 woman were hurt in the accident.
This was a filter on a paint line, and they were changing the filter, and the pressure wasn't relieved properly. So as they pulled the housing off, it blew and hit the gentleman in the face.
Tonight, a 43-year-old man is recovering from those cuts to his face. Serious injuries due to the materials used and how they exploded under pressure.
Actually, a filter material, little pieces of fiberglass, that type of thing. So he had little cuts on his face, that type of facial lacerations.
Detroit firefighters tell us they train for explosions and industrial accidents in this very facility so they can get in and get the injured out quickly.
So even though it's a pretty big, vast place, and of course we've been in there pre-planning, we've talked to people there, we've had training there. So the good news was that, yeah, we went right exactly to the spot, took care of the problem, and it was mitigated very quickly.
Back here live right outside the plant, let's recap. A man and a woman treated here at the scene after that big pressure valve release. The other man, the 43-year-old, taken to the hospital, Kimberly, with those cuts to his face. So also something interesting about this, as soon as this story basically broke, the deputy commissioner says it went international in an instant. He was getting calls from media outlets all over the world. People heard GM and explosion at the place that makes the Volt, but luckily this was only a paint situation, nothing related to the actual assembly of the cars.
Yeah, indeed. Well, Sean, I mean, with a report of an explosion, you'd think the plant had to be cleared out, was it?
Well, no fire or smoke related to that exploding pressurized valve they were working on. So no, 1,800 people here continuing to work on things like the Volt and the LeSabre and Impala.
Good, good. All right, Sean, thanks. Westbound I-94 at Chalmers Street in Detroit is back open after a car caught fire there this morning.
A crash was to blame for the burning vehicle closure. Traffic was getting by on the shoulder, but drivers were eventually stopped by police and traffic came to a stop. But again, that area has reopened as police continue to investigate what caused the crash in the first place. Well, this wonderful stretch of weather sticking around for now. We do have changes coming.
Changes are on the way, so let's get over to Ben and see when we're going to start feeling those changes.
Yeah, let's hope they're good changes, guys, because we are the driest portion of the state right now. You see that yellow shaded area. That's what we call abnormally dry. That's pre-drought conditions. You got to go up a step to actually be considered in a drought. And it's possible when the new drought monitor comes out tomorrow that some of us could get in that category, because in the last week we have seen pretty much zilch in the way of rain for most of us. We're watching an area of thunderstorms, which is on the other side of Lake Michigan right now. This is more of a tease because it looks like it is going to fall apart before it gets here. We do have some thunderstorms in the forecast. They are not coming tonight. We've got another pleasant one ahead of us. So waking up pretty nice tomorrow and some summer heat sneaking in too. We'll look at that and when we'll finally get some rain in here all in a few minutes. Guys.
Hey, Ben. With the fate of more than 100 Iraqi immigrants hanging in the balance, a key hearing today in federal court.
With a stay putting the deportations on hold running out, both sides back in court today arguing over jurisdiction in the case. Our Steve Garagiola was in court for the hearing, and jurisdiction is a really critical issue here, Steve.
Oh, you're not kidding. The one thing I did learn this afternoon sitting in that hearing is just how complicated this is. And right now, jurisdiction is the key. Arguing the merits of this case, that's way down the road. The narrow question the judge is pondering right now is jurisdiction. Does this case belong in federal court or belong in immigration court? And until that's decided, the case can't move forward. Scenes of protest have been common since the detention of Iraqi immigrants destined for deportation. This protest happened 2 weeks ago, around the time that Judge Goldsmith issued the stay on the deportation order. The question facing the judge has not really changed. In the initial order, the judge said, the substantial allegations made here are that the detainees face extreme, grave consequences, death, persecution, and torture. Such harm far outweighs any interest the government may have in proceeding with the removals immediately. Today, the plaintiffs asked the judge to extend the stay of the deportation order, keeping the status quo, while the question of jurisdiction is settled. The plaintiffs want the case heard in federal court as a class action lawsuit. If the case goes to immigration court, no class action is allowed. The judge could extend the stay an additional 2 weeks or longer, while the first legal question gets solved. Now, I do want to make clear those images of the protest were, as I said, 2 weeks ago. There were no protests here today. It was a very quiet hearing. And we have no answer. The judge is pondering that question. He asked both sides, the lawyers, to get together and see what they could work out in terms of a schedule, and then he will decide if he keeps the stay in place and just how long it will extend beyond next Monday. Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
Well, Steve, back when this first happened, when the detainees were taken into custody, they were taken to Youngstown, Ohio. Still there all this time?
Well, you know, there's an interesting question right there, as I learned this afternoon. Yes, it seemed like they were sent to the Youngstown facility. The government lawyer said today sometimes detainees have to be moved because of facility issues, so they may not all be there. The plaintiff's attorney said, well, there are some in Arizona, and phone contact has been limited with them, and they need to talk to their clients before this case can move forward. So there are a lot of moving parts here.
There sure are. All right, Steve. Other news today, police say there could be hundreds of witnesses, but nobody's talking.
New at 5, why Highland Park police are having such a hard time after a man is shot and killed at a packed block party. Hank?
Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, some of the most popular apps out there right now. But what's hidden inside the app could make it easy for bad guys to track you down. I'll show you how to protect yourself.
All right, Hank, but first, all it takes is a spark. What caused a number of garages to go up in flames? It wasn't fireworks. That's next.
Tonight, new at 6.
Fireworks frustrations, a petition circulating across the state to repeal a controversial law, why some people are demanding the governor step in now.
Plus new problems for the 3 former Michigan State football players accused of rape, what the university has decided to do. Everyone is okay after a transformer caught fire on Detroit's east side. The fire started just before 5 this morning on Spencer near Outer Drive in Van Dyke. Approximately 30 people temporarily lost power after the transformer caused multiple garages to catch fire. Fortunately, though, fire crews responded quickly to put the blaze out. No injuries were reported.
Are some of your favorite apps stored on your phone making it easier for others to track you down? What you may not know is the settings on some apps can make your specific, and I mean very specific, location known to almost anyone, and police warn it could be a safety risk, especially for children. Our consumer investigator Hank Winchester joins us live, and Hank, I am looking right now at Snapchat's new Snap Map app, and I wish I could make the avatar bigger. You could see how well coiffed and well dressed it is, but it looks to me, Hank, like you were standing exactly at Cass and Willis in Midtown. We about right?
Yes, that is right, Devin. My Bitmoji put together a little bit better than me today, but you're absolutely right. Because of that technology, you can see I'm at Cass and Willis right here in Midtown. I just did a quick search using my Snapchat filters and my app, and I can see friends of mine right now in Birmingham, in Ferndale, in Clawson. I can zoom in closer and get their exact street location. As you mentioned, this not only has parents concerned, but it has police issuing a safety alert. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. There are so many ways to connect, but there's concern.
Social media is supposed to be lighthearted and fun. It's about being in real time, so a lot of media platforms want you to check in at places.
But the latest feature on social media has some parents concerned. It's called Snap Map. We sat down with our local Force social media expert to find out more.
Snap Map tells you where your friends are to its an exact location, which is kind of scary for a parent.
It's especially concerning since Snapchat is one of the most popular apps with young children.
The key demo is like 13 to 21. So you're dealing with a lot of kids, teenagers, high schoolers.
With the touch of a screen, Snapchat shares your location on a map right down to the street you live on, where you work, or where your kids go to school. And you don't even need to be using the app for it to show your location all the time.
Are dangerous people looking at the Snap Map? We don't know, but can they look at the Snap Map? Yes.
Facebook has a location sharing service also.
Facebook uses location for check-ins, but it also uses it for a tool called Nearby Friends.
So we asked the important question to our social media expert. How do you turn these things off?
You come over here to the bars where you'll pull up your settings. If you scroll down here, you'll see Nearby Friends. It's a pink logo with kind of a target on it. If you click Nearby Friends, it'll show you where all of your friends are. And if you're seeing the friends, that means that your location is on. And it also will tell you where you are. If you wanted to turn it off, you'd go to the little wheel up here, the settings wheel, and you'd turn it off just like that.
And when it comes to the newest Snap Map, you're going to want to look into what they call ghost mode.
The way to access it is you got to kind of grab the edges, so that'll open up the map. To hide yourself, there's a thing called ghost mode on Snapchat, where you would just click only me, ghost mode, next, and there you go. Once you're in ghost mode, nobody will be able to see you on the Snap Map.
And remember, look at your overall privacy settings to see which apps are using location services. You'll be able to pick and choose which ones can use your locations and at what time. Back out here live again. Most of these apps like Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, they have those location settings built into them. I know that was a lot of information about how to turn them off, and they're all very different from app to app. So we'll put all the information you need to know on the Help Me Hank page at clickondetroit.com. We're live here tonight at Cass in Willis in Midtown. Hank Winchester, back to you.
I knew exactly that's where you were, Hank. Tell me a little bit about what you're working on for tomorrow.
Devin, we have another important police warning, this one, though, involving pets. We are talking about a new scam targeting people that are in the market to add to the family, maybe purchase a dog. Unfortunately, many people have already been taken. They've lost money. They're also heartbroken. We'll have that important information for you tomorrow, starting at 5.
All right, Hank, we'll see you then. He's standing out there in a beautiful day.
Oh, it's fantastic. As you were saying, Ben, it's like the holiday just kept going. Unfortunately, we were all here at work. We didn't get another day off. But
it was probably a little difficult to get back in the grind today. But, you know, the flip side of being so nice is we desperately need some rain.
Yeah, we do.
It's true.
And it doesn't look like
your map showed us getting close to drought country here in parts of the area.
Very much so, yeah. And in fact, we're just getting teased by that line of thunderstorms, which is over there on Lake Michigan right now. That looks like it is going to dry out before it gets here. High pressure's just sort of wedged itself here into the state. So that is going to keep things from getting us wet at least for about 24 hours. We do have a chance once we get into tomorrow night, but as typical for this time of year, it's not for everybody. Some high clouds floating in from the south, and those have been a little bit thicker in some spots than others. In fact, in Metro right now, just sort of that hazy, gauzy film that's over the top, and it's called mostly cloudy out there right now. 82 is where we're at temperature-wise, but the pressure is high, 30-12 right now. And even though those clouds were out there in some spots, they did give us some really cool formations. We've gotten lots of pictures in on storm pins of those clouds. It almost looks like Mother Nature sticking her tongue out as if you just sort of look right down at that. Isn't that cool? But that was sent to us from Taylor, so we appreciate that shot. And we will be seeing some clouds tonight. But again, I don't think we're going to be getting any rain in here until probably tomorrow evening, rather. And that's really going to be only in our north zone. This is 10 o'clock tomorrow. Could see some thunderstorms roll through there. A little bit better shot for the rest of us as we get past midnight. Anything should be gone in the morning, but in the afternoon hours on Friday, this is it. This is our best shot we've got of rain this week. And again, it's going to be scattered. It looks pretty impressive here on the broader view, but I don't think everybody's going to get hit. And even if we do, it's really not going to make up that deficit that a lot of us have from over the past several weeks. 63 tonight for the overnight low. Winds are going to be light. Skies eventually becoming mainly clear. And the high temperatures tomorrow are going to be sneaky warm, especially here in our metro zone. May get up close to 90 degrees in a couple spots. 89 officially at the airport. South zone temperatures very similar, especially in the interior of the zone where we'll hit 90. A little bit cooler out towards Lake Erie in the mid 80s. West zone temperatures going to be sweating tomorrow. Upper 80s, close to 90 degrees. In fact, should hit that mark in Flint and Canton. By the way, humidity may be noticeable tomorrow, but it's not going to be muggy. So highs in the north zone still warm too. Mid to upper 80s is what we're expecting. So once we get past that little blip there, that chance of thunderstorms on Friday, the weekend looks dry, but it looks pretty good. We'll see those temperatures go back down below average. Humidity goes back down, and we'll pretty much stay at or below 80 degrees and keep our fingers crossed that that Tuesday chance of rain turns into a little bit something more than it looks like now.
I want the rain, but it's hard to complain about anything because it's just gorgeous.
For July?
Yeah,
it really is. All right, Edward Lawrence is in Washington tonight.
President Donald Trump in Poland in the face of growing international issues. I'm Edward Lawrence in Washington to break it all down.
All right, also, a bad story keeps getting worse. New accusers come forward saying Dr. Larry Nassar assaulted them.
The number of alleged victims in the case against former Michigan State Dr. Larry Nassar continues to rise.
Yeah, last week, 23 more former patients added their names to the suit filed in federal court. So prosecutors now put the number of victims at 119. Nassar is facing a total of 9 lawsuits. 6 of them are in the state of Michigan. He's currently in federal custody on charges for child pornography, but facing 25 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct so far. A Detroit woman is in critical condition after a single car crash that happened in Westland.
Sky 4 was over the crash that happened just after 4 this morning. Police say the 47-year-old was driving east on Ford Road when she crossed into the westbound lanes, drove off the road, hit a tree and flipped her car. The woman is listed in critical condition. Police are investigating whether drugs or alcohol are a factor. Construction of a new Consumers Energy wind turbine project is taking place in Michigan. Jackson-based CMS Energy broke ground last week in Tuscola County's Columbia Township. Contractors started building access roads and will begin constructing concrete foundations within 2 weeks for 19 turbines. Consumers Energy says construction is expected to be completed by the end of this year, and it will go into commercial operation sometime in January.
New at 5:30.
These women in their 90s are saying no way to the nursing home. Ahead at 5:30, how these real-life Golden Girls are living the life they want, getting the care they need, and having a whole bunch of fun doing it.
In cold blood, a New York City police officer gunned down in an ambush.
Live on Local 4, I'll show you investigators here in Highland Park looking into a homicide, a murder, a man killed in cold blood in front of 300 people.
They may have been too scared last night.
Tonight we'll tell you about the victim, but police need help identifying the shooter.
It's dinner time.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5:30 starts now.
Police say there could be hundreds of witnesses, but no one will talk. Brand new details into a deadly shooting at an illegal block party in Highland Park. Good evening. Police say they're looking for a suspect after a man was shot and killed at point-blank range last night about 10.
And that victim has now been identified as 31-year-old Antoine Smith. Let's get to Sean Lay. Sean, apparently that party shouldn't have happened in the first place.
That is true, 300 people, but consider this. So many people today talking about how could 300 or more people be right next to a homicide and then no one be able to point police in the right direction. Police have nothing to go on right now. Consider this. The shooting happened at 10 o'clock. Fireworks were going off up above, so people were focused on them and hearing them. The shooter shot and then ran, so people may not have seen him tonight. Police are hoping after things have calmed down, people will remember and start coming forward.
Very, very disappointed. Everybody was up there disappointed.
Those who are helping clean up the massive open lot on Midland in Highland Park today say it was a huge, well-organized party, something fun for families to enjoy. People pulled cash together for bounce houses for kids. Even porta potties were provided.
That's probably the first time we had something this big without the city having nothing to do with it. Just people in the neighborhood got together.
It was really organized, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But at 10 o'clock yesterday evening, as this party reached more than 300 people, 31-year-old Antoine Smith was ambushed and executed right in the middle of the crowd.
They may have been too scared last night.
What's frustrating for investigators with 300 or more people at a July 4th block party? Partygoers told police that they never saw a thing. Police are hoping tonight that changes.
There were children present, which is another reason that this individual is so dangerous, and we would like to remove him from the community.
Tonight, police say the gunman is unknown. What we do know is that Antoine Smith was a father, was well liked, but police also say he had a long criminal history. But bottom line, more than 300 people at this 4th of July block party last night. Police say they do not have a single witness to help them lead them in the right direction. That's where they're starting from right now. That's why, Devin, they are reaching out tonight, hoping someone comes forward to point them in the right direction. Back to you.
It's a lot of people to have not one single witness. Sean, what does Smith's family have to say?
We have been in touch with some family members. They are saying this is just too emotional for them to talk about right now. They may have something to say going forward.
All right, Sean.
A Detroit man will be spending at least the next 4 years in prison after he allegedly hit and killed an 83-year-old woman. 19-year-old Deontay Renfro was originally charged with second-degree murder and manslaughter after he allegedly crashed into 2 cars, including one that hit and killed 83-year-old Charlotte Kish. Those 2 charges were ultimately dropped, and Renfro pled no contest to failure to stop at a scene of an accident resulting in death. Today, Renfro was in court for his sentencing, where he apologized for what happened.
I just want to express my deepest regret because I had no idea that it could cause such an event that bring, so many people pain, grief, and stress.
After his apology, Renfro was ultimately sentenced to 4 to 15 years in prison.
President Trump has just touched down in Poland, the first leg of his G20 summit trip. But that G20 summit may be overshadowed by a number of things. The North Korean missile test, a meeting with China's president, as well as a bilateral face-to-face with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Ed Lawrence following it all from Washington. Ed?
On his way to Warsaw, Poland, President Donald Trump paused to say, "We'll do very well," when asked about ending North Korean hostilities. The president is working on an international coalition against the rogue nation.
We will try forceful diplomacy. We will try to rally allies at the G20 summit.
On board Air Force One, he spoke by phone with the president of Egypt, talking about the need for all countries to uphold sanctions against North Korea, whose leader vows he will not negotiate over his nuclear and missile programs.
The odds of a military confrontation are increasing because North Korean capability is increasing.
Mr. Trump criticizing Chinese leaders in a tweet this morning, saying trade between China and North Korea grew almost 40% in the first quarter. So much for China working with us. The president of China forging his own alliance, meeting German Chancellor Angela Merkel today in Berlin, as the United Nations Security Council held an emergency meeting called by the United States over North Korea's actions.
The Secretary General strongly condemns the launch of a ballistic missile.
Their illegal missile launch was not only dangerous, but reckless and irresponsible.
All of this with the backdrop of a bilateral meeting between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin on Friday. At home, there is growing pressure for the president to confront Putin on meddling in the U.S. presidential election.
The U.S. National Security Advisor says President Donald Trump has no agenda for that meeting. The Russians will ask the United States to loosen sanctions imposed under President Obama and return seized buildings. In Washington, Edward Lawrence, Local 4.
All right, Ed, the Italian ambassador was in Detroit today talking about the importance of Italian businesses in the city, but also about that upcoming G20 summit.
There are no more regional crises. Because what happens in the Korean Peninsula affects all of the international community. If the leader of North Korea has the crazy idea of launching a missile, he's not hitting just one country or another. He's creating a wound, very, very difficult and painful wound to the whole international community, because this will have repercussions.
Provocative thought. Nothing is regional anymore. The G20 summit is going to begin on Friday in Hamburg, Germany, and of course President Trump will be there in attendance. Investigators say a man in Chicago was killed after setting off holiday fireworks Tuesday night on the 4th of July.
Authorities say David Griffin lit up those fireworks in an alley with his son reportedly watching him. Some of the fireworks struck him in the face as they went into the air. Griffin was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Other people in the area apparently also used fireworks, even as one neighbor later spoke about the incident.
At least 5 people were injured in Ohio after a tow truck crashed into a couple of tractors. This is a crash that happened in Fremont, Ohio during the city's 4th of July parade. Police say the tow truck driver lost control and crashed into the tractors. The parade was forced to stop after the crash. It was blocking the path of the parade, actually. In total, 5 people had to be taken to the hospital.
We continue following a tragedy out of New York tonight where an NYPD officer was shot and killed in what's being called an ambush attack. The officer, Miosotis Familia, was sitting in a marked command vehicle with her partner when she was shot in the head through the car window. While her partner was unharmed, Familia was immediately rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. The mayor spoke about the shooting this morning, talking about how Familia will be remembered.
She was on duty, serving this city, protecting people, doing what she believed in and doing the job she loved.
The suspect has been identified as 34-year-old Alexander Bonds. He was shot and killed by officers at the scene. A volunteer firefighter is suspended after allegedly crashing his pickup truck into a child's bedroom.
Blake Stevens says he was responding to a call when he jumped a ditch and crashed into the child's home. The homeowner says while one of her children usually sleeps in that room, this time around, no one was there because the child fell asleep in another room. Stevens has admitted to drinking before the crash. He has been charged with DWI and also the unlawful carrying of a firearm. Well, last month, Ben told us about the massive amount of snow that is still on the ground. We were talking about that in June out west.
And I know you said, you're like, okay, people are going to be skiing in 4th of July. And while I typically trust you, Ben, I wasn't for sure that was going to happen.
Yeah, you and most of social media thinks that the weather guy lies, but this is video proof. This is actually from Oregon. Look at this.
Wow.
While we were soaking up the sun and hitting the lakes here in Michigan, hundreds of people hit the slopes yesterday at Mount Bachelor. Now, it seems crazy that it is still snowing out west in July, but this is not the actual, look at, they're wearing shorts. Not the actual first time. Mount Bachelor's owner says this is the 9th time that they have been open on Independence Day. But unfortunately for those who do love to ski, the opportunity was short-lived. It is expected to be in the 80s for the rest of the week. Still need your sunscreen.
Oh, very much so, because all that reflection.
Off that snow up there,
What a weird mix of things going on.
They could still do the whole campfire and s'mores, you
Why
know,
not?
because they could do that, you know,
drive
and then
down the mountain towards the lake and enjoy
You
summer.
do it all. Exactly right. Cool.
Thank you, Ben.
It's time to make your vote count when it comes to your favorite local businesses.
Our annual Vote for the Best competition is entering a new phase today. The nominations have been made in categories like dining, fashion, nightlife, and many more. Now that means you can vote for all the local businesses you love and help them win our Vote for the Best honorees. Just go to clickondetroit.com. You'll see the contest right on the homepage. Voting ends August 13th.
Well, it was pretty much the most eye-popping story to me of the day this morning. Volvo making a move that is sending shockwaves throughout the auto industry.
New here at 5:30, what they've decided to stop building that could signal a huge shift in how we drive. Doc.
Well, meet the real-life Golden Girls. Ahead in Good Health, how these ladies in their 90s are pooling their resources, getting the care they need, and having a whole bunch of fun.
All right, Doc, but first, things are getting very real for Kathy Griffin. What the comedian reportedly spent hours doing amid the controversy of her social media stunt next.
From